Hey, Cole.
Hi, Dylan.
Dude, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you cool with that?
Always.
Scale of 1 to 10. How cool is it that I ask you a
Whatever
question?
you like infinity. Just whatever you want to know.
Sick.
Infinity
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
So, you're out on tour.
Okay.
You're killing it.
oh, sweet.
You are going city to city, state to state.
Cool.
You're hitting UK.
Oh,
you're
dope.
hitting France.
Okay.
People love you. You're
Sweet, of
you're
course.
garnering a community.
Oh.
And finally,
Legit
Loot
fan
lovers.
finally, you get sponsored
Oh, my God.
by Kleenex. Best or worst thing ever.
Yo, best thing ever. Straight up. Best thing ever. I deal
By
with...
Kleenex, you're cool with being sponsored by Kleenex, the tissue company.
Okay, first of all, it's just a stepping stone.
Okay.
Secondly, as someone who actually deals with like sinus issues and allergies year round, I'm not gonna be mad about this sponsorship at all.
Is that like your brand?
And you're
in
like
this
hoping
universe?
it'll
like
nasal issues.
no, no.
Cole
like, oh,
Fanish,
Cole.
the artist with the infinitely runny nose.
Yeah. Oh, Cole Fanish, the nasal guy.
There's like a hidden sniffle on every song I have and every recording I ever put out. Just in the background, there's a.
I liked this idea of you remixing your own songs, and on your biggest hit, you do a remix, but like,
But about Kleenex?
well, that would be
Sniff
Kleenex
boxing.
remix. That was what I was gonna say. So basically, like, you sample your sniffs,
Oh my god!
and you create an entire drum track out of
Yeah.
your sniffles.
Well, I'm excited for
And then
Cole Fanish sniff drum machines.
Yeah, cool. Cole Fanish sniff mix.
new
Great.
from Native Instruments. Yeah, I'm excited for when you inevitably are on the red carpet and you're just like rocking that
It'd be like-
tissue dress.
Lady Gaga, move over.
All right, let's start the show.
Fresh out the intro into the show. Dylan, follow up with another song.
Yeah, so welcome to Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew. I have no idea what that was, but I'm your best friend, Dylan.
I'm Cole Fanish, and I'm really confused.
I'm your worst friend, Drew.
Yeah, this is a show where we put everything into its proper place.
Man, this is... categories of best thing ever and worst thing ever. I'm sorry, just like every single thing I've said, I'm just uncomfortable with. But let's keep rolling.
Well,
That means you're doing it right.
All right, so Cole, who are you?
like seriously, who are you?
I find
again?
myself asking myself that question very often.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am Cole, Hunter Nickolas Farmer-Thannisch.
God.
If you use me on Facebook.
Oh my God.
I hate it too.
Oh
It's-
my
you know,
God.
Actually, no, I don't. It's actually a great conversation starter. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so real quick before you even move on, one more time. Name one.
Cole,
Name two.
Hunter,
Name three.
Nicholas,
Name four.
Farmer,
Five.
Fanish.
Good
And there's
Lord.
like an optional Optimus Prime that some people put in there.
Does
Or,
anyone put in, like,
Shoemaker
Esquire
Junior
No, haven't
the
done that one. Junior. There used to be like a Vaughn in front of Fanish.
You need
which
to
makes
become
me
a
fancy.
doctor so that you can be Doctor
Dr. Cole,
Cole,
Hunter,
Farmer,
Nicholas Farmer,
Nicholas.
Shoemaker, cattle owner,
Cattle-
farm rake. I don't know.
Now,
There's a
when-
million different professions you could throw
Libertarian
Now-
Fanish.
Libertarian activist Fanish.
Now, when Dylan and I were interning at the National Podcast Institute,
That's a thing.
at the National Podcast Institute, this
wanna
is
go.
the number one thing they taught us was like when they said to look for evergreen content, content that never will grow old. It was stuff exactly like this.
Okay, cool.
What is going on
Perfect.
right now?
Just keeps going. It's like the Energizer Bunny.
Exactly.
Just keeps going and
But Cole,
going.
you're a musician.
Yeah, I'm a musician. You're
an artist.
Just graduated from Belmont back in May. Did that whole thing, and now I'm doing the whole working musician thing. And I feel like anybody who can call themselves a working musician has to have at least like 4 to 6 different quote unquote jobs
Yes.
or occupations.
That is correct.
Because there's so much freelance work.
Why do you think we're doing this?
Yeah, I'd
Exactly.
say, like we're
Exactly.
yeah, we're working musicians, which is to say I'm
Yeah.
a barista
And I'm a delivery driver.
Dylan's unemployed.
Great. I
you, man.
prefer the term self-employed. You just got to believe your own delusions of grandeur sometimes.
So what do you sound like? If you got to say.
Oh God! Don't ask me that.
You know how I hate that. I gotta ask it anyway, though.
I hate genres. First of all,
Okay.
I've
Give yourself a broad one. All right.
pretty like commercially accessible, radio friendly pop rock.
Cool. All right.
Something
Give yourself
in
a
there.
small one.
A small one. Oh,
Make one up right now. Randian pop.
Randian pop. That is
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
genre.
Libertarian rock.
Oh God, no! Don't.
That sounds like
Don't pigeonhole me there. I'm not gonna be like the opposite of Green Day. Come on. Anywho, yeah, I sing.
I want
play,
to be
and that's
an
it.
American individualist.
Exactly.
we've been joking about this, but yes, so you are actually also an activist as well.
No,
I'm calling you that.
I use that term so lightly. No, I'm.
So when I
first of all,
say activist, what I
when
mean
I-
is you really like using Facebook a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
I do. Well, see that. Yeah, you're not wrong. People have literally known me as the political dude on Facebook with way too many names. Like that's how people like. Oh, you're that guy. And I'm like, damn. Yeah, I'm that guy again.
I didn't. Oh wow! I didn't consider that you existed in the real space,
Like,
and I
no.
thought you were just in the ether.
The ether of the interwebs.
I thought you were just a tweet bot.
I thought you just floated
Okay,
around the
okay.
Wi-Fi. And
Can I complain about something real quick?
Sure.
As much as I love Facebook, I hate Twitter. I hate Twitter.
Really?
I can never say all that I want to say in only 140 characters.
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Facebook's a terrible program and a platform. I don't think it's good, and I want to get rid of it as soon as possible.
I see.
You realize we're going to be releasing this on Facebook,
I
know.
promoting it
Facebook.
on Facebook.
Hey, the internet is the last and ultimate venue for true free speech.
I didn't say
It's
Facebook
the next
wasn't.
frontier.
It is
I
the
didn't
only
say
frontier.
Facebook wasn't the best option available to me right now.
Just that he hates it anyway.
But I am saying that I still think it's bad.
Scale of 1 to 10 with Facebook. How would you say?
It's the worst.
Well, yes. Okay, yeah. I guess you only get best or worst, right?
Yeah, it's the worst.
Our own thing. Facebook during the election season, best or worst?
Oh God.
Facebook during any season.
Honestly, you're not wrong. Honestly, worst. Yeah, the worst.
Like, it's just like, hey, I'd really like a place where I can just, keep up with my friends, and when they post things, I can see it.
See,
and when I post things, they can see it.
well, see, but no.
Instead,
Thank God they finally came up with the unfollow button.
Anyway, so
let's kick it off into the first segment.
you know it, you love it. It's our favorite segment. It's everyone's favorite segment.
This idea would make so much money.
It's best business ever.
I'm so excited.
This idea would make so much
So-
money. All right. Oh.
Yeah.
We all know how this works. We got a little thing here.
You got this.
I'm gonna steal this.
We have a wheel of fortune.
For
It's
some
so
Foley.
colorful.
Gonna get some Foley work. Spin that sucker.
Some
Listen to
Foley,
that.
with some Foley work.
Great Foley work.
Gotta get the sound effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give that a spin. You're gonna get a random word. Give it a second spin. You're gonna get a second random word, and you gotta come up with a business that would make so much money.
Okay.
For you, just for you,
Just for you.
we swapped out a few words
I'm so excited.
that might be more akin towards your particular political desires.
Go good.
Yeah.
My political leanings. Gee, oh my God.
So let's kick
If
it off.
someone doesn't hire me or someone fires me because of this podcast, I'm holding you two liable.
If someone doesn't hire you, it's gonna be because of your Facebook. It's not
This
gonna
is
be
very
because
true.
of this podcast.
Very not wrong.
This very PG podcast.
You're right. Okay, so just spin it.
yeah,
it a spin.
start us off.
YOLO. Yoso.
Speaking of this being a PG podcast, I'm very excited for when we get eventually picked up by Disney.
Yes,
Disney
exactly.
Radio.
Okay, first one, Ayn Rand.
Yes.
And ran.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Second one. This is dangerous.
Libertarian darling, Ayn
Give that
Rand.
a good spin. Wait, is the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand warfare.
Ayn Rand
this-
warfare.
This ought to be good.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
hit us. What's
This
your
is the
what's your
best
business?
plan?
I feel like it's going to be an intellectual
Oh,
game, really.
jeez.
Intellectual
It's a board
property
game.
warfare is
This
what's
is a
going on
business
here.
plan. This sound, okay. First of all, Ayn Rand warfare sounds like just a really, really poorly come up with title of like a strategy board game.
Ooh, I was
that
gonna say.
libertarians would play.
I was gonna say like a bad knockoff of Call of Duty.
It's like a combination of. Oh my God, Ayn Rand warfare. So BioShock?
Yeah, I guess Bioshock.
It's
Is
just
that it?
Bioshock.
What we're
This is
discussing is
BioShock.
Bioshock.
Pretty much.
For those who have not played Bioshock, Bioshock is essentially based on the philosophies of Ayn Rand, but it's like a dystopian
It's like
version. of it.
everything possibly going wrong.
Exactly.
So what
Is
can
Bioshock.
what can we bring differently to the table than
for a business plan.
Bioshock? Yeah, for a business
Our
plan.
product name is Ayn Rand warfare.
What I'm
Yes.
thinking,
Yes.
Yes.
if I can make a suggestion, what I'm thinking here is maybe like an Ayn Rand take on the Book of Five Rings.
I'm trying. Sorry, I'm just trying to picture like Atlas Shrugged.
I want to say it was written by a samurai. Don't quote me on that fact necessarily, though, because I can't remember
This
quite.
book was written by a samurai. A samurai.
A samurai, written by a samurai, which
Samurai.
that's
Drew
very
Swisher.
very rude, Dylan. Maybe don't assume that he's a samurai. He may have been very well respected. Book of Five Rings was well, it is a book that still exists, and it was used by business people. Like business dudes would just read it and be like, "All right, this has got to have all the secrets for how to be great business."
Like The Art of War, but for business.
Basically.
Okay, cool.
Basically that. So I'm thinking maybe that, but with like an Ayn Rand book. So it's kind of like an intellectual business warfare thing using Ayn Rand principles.
I feel like that already exists.
Yes, I guess
it's
that's
called Atlas Shrugged.
Atlas Shrugged. Okay.
Well,
So,
yeah, exactly.
A little bit of Fountain. Well, okay, honestly, Fountainhead is a lot more like super heavy business centered and like personal philosophy centered. Atlas Shrugged is more how it relates more on a political level. So
gross. Okay. So
ew. I hate that.
Guys, do you know what I hate more than anything? Books. All right, let's spin again.
this episode brought to you by Audible.
All right, my
Do you
turn.
Broke my
hate books
heart.
like Dylan? Wish you could just listen to your knowledge.
Audible.com.
So
Audiobooks.
Go in and put the promo code. They're not actually sponsoring us for 15% off your first purchase.
So I love that Dylan just like kind of superseded this one and was kind of like, I guess this isn't going to make a lot of money.
It's
so,
not going to make a lot of
this
money.
one-
I'm throwing that off.
I'm just thinking like maybe a holy war on her behalf.
Holy War? But no, but she was like a diehard atheist.
Okay.
She would never endorse holy war in the name of Rand. No gods, no gods, no. Ah, damn! I forget it.
Kings?
No gods, no kings, only man. That was
No
it.
gods?
It's on the big sculpture in Bioshock.
Yeah, it's on
No
the big
gods, no
statue.
kings, only fruit roll up, newest commercial.
Yes! Everyone
Fruit roll
can
up
agree.
forever.
Fruit roll-ups are the best.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Ooh, Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson.
Okay.
All right. Sure. Please be a lipo.
I hate me so much. No, you can't make a business plan off of something he has no idea about.
Gary Johnson novelty mugs. Gary Johnson novelty mugs.
Okay. So I was born in Georgia.
Yes.
Raised north of Atlanta. That should say enough about my upbringing, and I love it. No complaints at all.
Yes,
But
everyone has an encyclopedic knowledge of Georgia.
I mean, I'm just talking like where my family might have leaned politically.
Yes.
No, but one time my grandparents shipped us. This is what I picture when I hear Gary Johnson novelty mugs.
Okay.
They sent us mugs with like Ronald Reagan and like one of his famous quotes and like George Bush and one of his famous quotes. It's literally just like a picture of Gary Johnson's face. And but on the other is like, what's Aleppo? And either
or like
or it's literally just like, it's literally just on one side it is think of one famous politician that you respect. The other side is ... Gary Johnson.
there you go.
or like it's Gary Johnson. It just says the election was yesterday.
Oh my god, that meme killed me. That meme killed me because the picture of his face was just like, huh? It's so perfect.
Oh man, evergreen content right here.
Evergreen. Gary Johnson will never not be relevant.
Dude, thank God for this election. It made him relevant.
It's
So,
true.
Gary
Didn't he
Johnson
get-
novelty mugs. I like to think so. My problem with novelty mugs is that they haven't branched out into quite the range that like greeting cards have, where
Okay,
they have.
first of all, what level of criteria are we using to judge? What?
So
Explain your thinking here.
yeah, I mean, like, let me just be clear. If I keep a tight monitor on the CVS game and just like checking what they got going on there, right? So I check in there every once in a while. We live across the street from one, so I just go in and I'm like, what's hot, what's new,
What's new,
Walgreens?
what's new in the greeting
What's
cards.
on the Billboard 100?
Yeah. And I just got to check in there every once in a while. And what's hot right now is cards that have sound bites in them, or even better,
It's like the
even
hoops
better
and
is
yo-yo.
buttons. So what I'm
my
thinking
God,
is that this is a novelty Gary Johnson mug that has a waterproof Gary Johnson button, and when you push it, it just says different Gary Johnson quotes.
Okay, we need to just make that much bigger, make it a full Gary Johnson soundboard.
A Gary Johnson?
Yes.
The mug.
What are some good Gary Johnson quotes? Cole Thannish.
Oh God.
Cole Nickolas Farmer, whatever Thannish.
Yeah, there you go.
I got close.
Don't forget Optimus Prime.
4 out of 5.
He didn't really say anything, but there was one video going around. It was like a political panel on marijuana legalization, and he was on it. And literally, this one woman was claiming that marijuana would give you a heart attack. And yeah, Gary Johnson just fakes a heart attack in the middle of the interview, like clutches his chest, falls over on the ground.
So I guess the quote would just be,
Yeah, there should be that should be an
end
option.
quote dash Gary Johnson.
And no, on the soundboard it's called weed heart attack. On the soundboard it's Jesus Christ. Other quotes. I can't
And then I think there's got to be one, and these all have to be like we have to record Gary Johnson actually saying all of these, or someone who sounds almost a little bit like him. I kind of like that one. I kind of like that one better.
Oh,
that
wait.
It's noticeably not him, but it still sounds a little. So it's Gary Johnson just like clean me, and every time the mug gets dirty, you can just play that.
Oh my God.
See, I want to go with this idea, but I want to get someone who like actually doesn't sound like Gary Johnson.
Wash
like,
me, I'm a dirty man.
like James Franco.
I love James Franco.
You just get James Franco who's just like, hey, you should wash me. What's Aleppo?
No, Seth Rogen. Also, wait, another Gary Johnson quote. I climbed Mount Everest. He says with an upward inflection, as if like he's doubting himself, but he did.
Question mark?
I like to think that that's like given in a like. What's the number one reason for someone to vote for you?
Literally though, like look at all these things I've
Mount
accomplished.
Everest?
I've climbed Mount Everest. It's like great feat.
Well,
The hell does that have to do with politics?
I loved when he paired with Nike to just like really got a synergy going with their slogans where it's kind of like Gary Johnson, just do it.
Do it. I have yet to see a meme video combine Gary Johnson and Shia LaBeouf. It needs to happen. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Johnson Well 2016. Yeah, a little late for that now.
Gary Johnson, hey, you might as well. So yeah, lots of-
Really though, that was his entire campaign. I
Hey,
tried so hard.
cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we're on a show
You were on a show.
right now.
Right now.
I don't know
Right
if you
now.
realize we're on a show. It's called
Whoa.
Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew.
Okay.
We sometimes ask questions that deal with whether something is the worst thing ever or the best thing ever.
The best thing ever. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a question for you.
Bring it.
What is the best time to be wearing a cape?
What's the best
Go.
time we were wearing a cape?
Best time to wear a cape. Okay, when you wake up from like a really restless sleep and you're flying, but it's not a dream.
Oh, so like in your dream you're flying and then you realize like you're actually just flying?
But yeah, you're actually just suddenly flying.
I feel like there needs to be a story behind that.
That
Like,
has
how
some
did you get to
dangerous-
that point?
Well, that has some
that
dangerous-
gives the subject of this story way too much room to figure out what's happening. Like you
That
pop
has
into the
some
sky, you
dangerous
gotta roll with it.
implications.
Suddenly you're Superman. Enjoy it.
That has some dangerous implications because I think that I'd be under the impression I was still dreaming. So then I might pull off a dangerous stunt.
But if you can fly, your chances of getting out of that, like,
This is true. Like,
good.
yeah, if
just
you
don't go towards a jet engine and you're okay.
So what I would say is like that would be great if you lived in a place like this where you know there's a lot of wide open space and you can fly whatever. Imagine that happening, but you live in New York City.
Dude, Metropolis is New York City. Superman pulled it off.
You're not Superman. You just woke up and you're flying,
Okay.
and you have 3 seconds before you
3
hit a
seconds.
building in the face.
Wait, so how? Let's just put him in the hardest situation possible. I still think it'd be.
That's not the hardest situation possible. I could also be like, and also you're juggling 4 eggs. And you can't drop any of them.
And you can't
Woo.
figure out how to control like your airspeed velocity. You don't know which arm to stick out at what
Yeah.
time.
and the prom's tomorrow.
And the prom's tomorrow.
This cape is velvet. You were gonna wear it to your prom because it was masquerade themed, and now you got. Yeah.
And you did steal it from behind the stage, so if anything happens to it, you're
You're
going to be
liable,
held. Yes,
you
you're going to
gotta
held
pay for
responsible.
it.
It's going to be a big
Just
ordeal.
fly back, and there's some bird doo doo, and it's just yeah. Okay, well now this is a horrible idea. This is the worst time ever to be wearing a cape.
So you've just
You have me second-guessing
you've
myself
taken
completely.
in a joyful moment. I guess I helped. We've taken a
Yeah, I was
joyful
gonna say,
moment.
don't put this on me, my man.
I think personally, I'd say that the best time to be wearing a cape is while you're drinking Go-Gurt, because
Wait.
Okay.
That raises another question. Do you eat or drink Go-Gurt? Is it a solid or a liquid?
well, I think that Go-Gurt, like that's the thing is Go-Gurt is the exception to the Marvelous 3, which I'm pretty sure is the scientific name.
Plasma's
for
number 4.
Plasma's number 4.
It's a thing.
Okay.
I learned that in 8th grade.
So then I think that is what Go-Gurt is. Go-Gurt's a plasma. So what is it? What is it called when you consume plasma, as we all do from time to time? I think it's called gurgling. So when you're gurgling down some,
I hate that word.
when you're gurgling down some good great Go-Gurt.
Gurgle.
When you're gurgling down some good great Go-Gurt, and whenever I can only speak for me, but I'm pretty sure this is the case for everyone else. Like when I am gurgling some Go-Gurt, I get real excited, and I'm just like, because I want to be cool.
Gurgling Go-Gurt needs to be in Cards Against Humanity.
I want to be cool like the kids in the Go-Gurt commercials who are just like doing some stunts and they're jumping on their skateboards and they have
sounds
their
like Reese's
they
Puffs
have their cool
commercials.
razor scooters and they are doing some wheelies with that.
Oh,
and they look
so fly.
really nice. So basically, you always want to be like really getting into some cool stunts, and what's going to help you be aerodynamic for these stunts? Like a cape. Now, admittedly, if you're like me, you don't know how to skateboard, you don't know how to razor scooter, so you're just kind of wearing your slipperiest socks and you're just like going on the tile floor and
you
just
go.
kind of doing some jumps there. But I think the cape's gonna help no matter what.
Is it going to give you some like aerodynamicism, or is it just going to make you feel better about yourself?
Wait. How big of a tile kitchen are we doing this
I think
in?
those are tied together. I think those are inherently tied together. How big's the tiled kitchen?
Because that determines on like how dangerous or optimal.
How big
a
is
cave's
Gary
gonna be.
Johnson's voter base? Like,
Well, apparently
They could probably-
3.23% of the voting population from this election.
so like enough to fill like a quarter of an elementary school gymnasium.
Okay, that's some good space to slide around in.
So that's enough space to
That's
slide
a
around.
good
So yeah,
space.
I think that's yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
where I'd
cape's
go.
probably good. And if
Cape's a good bet.
you're in like a gymnasium or at a skate park or something, there's probably not a whole lot of stuff. Well, but no, you said you were going to...
See, I would say this though. I'm
How long of a
going to give you
cape?
one caveat. I'm going to give you one caveat. You said it's in essentially a school lunchroom. Have they put the lunch tables up yet?
Oh, problem.
No, this is in a kitchen. I just said it was the size.
Yeah,
of,
like how... I was
oh, right. Okay,
size
yeah,
of
okay,
that.
yeah,
So we're in a kitchen.
But like, hold on, what kind of kitchen? Like, are we talking like Hell's Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay style kitchen, where there's like counters? And...
we're
that would
talking
be
about my
amazing.
mom's.
okay,
we're
cool.
talking about my-
Is there
yeah.
open space?
Yeah.
Then you're probably good.
It's a fairly open space, but there are like a few couches to just kind of like do some cool like ramps off of.
Stunts!
And I gotta admit, this is all just an advertisement for my upcoming Go-Gurt skate socks skating video. It's up on YouTube now.
Is there like some kind of social campaign behind this?
This
Yes,
is it.
I'm intrigued.
Go to my Indiegogo campaign, and if you donate now, you like
How much-
$1, you'll get a producer credit at the end.
For $1, wow.
$10, I'll send you a pin that has like it's just a picture of my face like with Go-Gurt in the picture.
Okay, how much do I have to pay to actually get some Go-Gurt? Or a skateboard.
$4 at your local CVS.
But that's like a
$4 at
pack.
your-
What if I just want like one tube?
One tube. Yeah, I will send you.
50 cents?
I will send you
5
one.
fingers.
I will send you
What?
one tube of Go-Gurt.
You steal it.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Don't steal.
sorry.
Kids don't
I
steal.
don't do that.
Don't steal. No one steals.
I will send you one tube of Go-Gurt and a picture of me pretending to drink from that tube of Go-Gurt for if you donate $50 to my Indiegogo campaign. So
Dude, that's
yeah,
a work of art. I'm in.
Cool.
so yeah, just check that out. Go to Indiegogo, Go-Gurt Dreams with a Z.
Go-Gurt Dreams by
Nice.
Drew Swisher.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
So
Okay.
Dylan, what's the worst time to be wearing a cape?
I'm gonna have to go with during your middle school graduation.
Well, see, that sounds like a great
I
time.
need you to imagine with me. Are you both okay?
there.
Do I have your eyes?
I'm there.
I don't know where this is
Do
going.
I have your attention?
Dylan, I'm there.
Yeah. I'm so
You are on the stage of your middle school with like your 200 other classmates.
Good Charlotte's playing.
Good Charlotte is playing. You're covered.
Welcome to my life.
You're covered in acne.
Isn't that simple?
Girls are excited.
Oh my God, I hate myself. You're so right. Sorry. Crap, what was Good Charlotte? They do Boys Like Girls. Girls don't like boys, girls like cars.
Yeah, they did the anthem, lots of other, just like some really great hits. Anyways, Dylan,
So,
I'm sorry.
You're
for what I've
on
done
the
to you.
auditorium.
Okay.
Are you done?
Good Charlotte's
Are
playing.
you done?
Yes.
You're in the auditorium.
No.
You're on the stage. Once again, Good Charlotte is playing. You're covered in acne. You're liking girls for the first time. You don't know how to
Wow.
speak. Like,
Just
I mean, like,
suddenly, I'm
well,
mute.
Well, just like words don't come naturally to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your voice is cracking.
Socially awkward.
Your
It's
voice is
fine.
cracking. You don't know what to do. You're really, really, really into tabletop gaming for some reason.
Dude, that was me in college.
That's me right now. But you are also in the prime of your life for social embarrassment. And you are wearing a cape. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Wait, so
you're gonna never live that down for the rest of forever. You will forever be Cape Boy.
Because you have a death wish.
Yes.
A social death wish.
You have a social death wish.
You want to become a meme. That could be the other option.
I don't know,
Are
Dylan.
sixth graders into memes?
Dude, everyone's into memes.
Yeah, everyone's
okay.
Everyone's into memes.
Wait,
Dylan.
while we're talking about memes, really quick, maybe quick tangent.
Sure.
You know back when memes are like as simple as like the rage faces,
Yes.
comics, and there was just lolcats and like fail blog.
Yeah.
Those are the golden days of memes, man. Now
Are
you
they?
can get any
Those are
stupid
the golden
picture
days of
with
memes?
any caption describing like a certain sentiment or situation or emotion and just share it and saying me, and suddenly it's a meme. I'm like, this is trash. Back in my day, memes meant something, okay? Memes meant something when I was 16.
Okay, Grandpa, I'm gonna need you to calm down and eat your prunes.
Back in my day.
You're upsetting the grandkids.
So,
Do you remember the first Transformers movie?
Yeah.
yeah.
Grandma, shut up, drink a prune juice.
Yes. That is you right now.
Dang it.
So you're telling me that like the highlight of your life is like the weekly E-Bombs World community memes.
Okay, I never got into E-Bombs World.
That's a good idea. That's good.
Hey, man.
Not getting into E-Bombs World was a good use of your
That's a
time.
great idea.
I'm gonna say that's the best thing.
The first time I ever visited 4chan, I was scarred. Like, I did not
It's
sleep
fair.
well for a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
that's fair.
We have a mutual friend who will remain nameless, although this isn't an embarrassing story, that I lived with freshman year.
Okay.
And I just remember like being in my freshman dorm and like being out and about for the first time and like
Being outside for the first
well,
time.
like leaving the
Ever since the Cape mishap, he had sworn
he had never
to
seen
live
the
a life
sun.
indoors.
And suddenly you're like the David Spade's brother in the Benchwarmers movie.
yeah. Sure.
Have you not seen Benchwarmers?
No.
Oh my God. Really?
No.
Dude, that was like 14-year-old trash comedy gold. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anywho.
But yeah, freshman year, I walk in. I am new to the world of adulthood, and I am like, I'm ready to learn. This is what I sounded like. I'm ready to learn. And I walk in, and my freshman roommate, it's like 4chan. Every day, all the time, 4chan.
Every day was a nightmare.
Oh my God.
Every day was a nightmare. I
can
loved him, but every day was a nightmare when it came to 4chan.
So
that
this
website
opens
just
up,
kills you.
something I just said about you having this Cape mishap. Dylan, I think this is true because I can only imagine that would be a great situation. So I feel like there's some truth behind this story to you. So I want to take us back to your freshman year homecoming.
Is this freshman high school or freshman college?
Freshman of high school, so your freshman homecoming
known as the
when
kid
you're
who
wearing
wore the
the cape.
cape.
So I will play the role of Mr. Matthews. I'll play the role of Mr. Matthews, the dance chaperone.
That was actually my teacher, and he actually was the dance chaperone.
Who's also
yeah,
was he
I know,
also was he
because-
also a disgruntled PE teacher?
He was a disgruntled shop teacher with one arm.
There you go. Oh wow.
Yeah.
And he teach shop?
Yeah.
Why does every
Teach-
shop
taught-
teacher have one arm?
He also
That's a thing I've noticed.
And why do they have one arm and keep teaching shop? That's the real question.
Because they've been through the fire and the trial.
Not a big deal if I lose the other. Fine. Totally fine. God.
Oh.
So I'll play
stupid
the role of
12-year-old
Mr.
cut off my
Matthews.
leg.
Hey there, Dylan. You having a good time at the dance? Hey there, Dylan. I
He
can't
actually sounded
help
like
but
that.
notice you got some interesting fashion choices going
Yes,
on. I
this-
like your
this is my-
sequin.
this
I
is
like
my
your
cake.
sequin pants.
Sequined
I like.
pants.
I like your vintage. I like your vintage Bill Clinton themed Adidas. And hey, is that Emma over there walking over? Hey there, Emma. Hey there, Emma.
Hey, who? Oh, is this where I come in?
This is where you come in.
Wait,
Hey there, Emma. Well, you got anything to say to Dylan on this, the most beautiful day of all of freshman year?
You're gonna hate yourself for the next 3.5 years, bud. That's what I have to say. It's not a matter of you doing you. It's not a matter of everyone should be able to do what they want and live happily how they please. It's a matter of how do you force yourself to become a social outcast in high school?
Way to
and wearing
commit
a
to the
cape.
bit, Emma. All right.
Sorry.
Way to commit to the bit,
That
Emma.
accent kills
All
me. I
right.
cannot hop in here.
I'm glad you got there first, because in my head I was about to be like,
If we're
Emma,
not fighting dragons, I
you
can't
really
roleplay.
just went through puberty.
So Dylan, how you enjoying this Cotton Eye Joe song?
This
All
is
right,
gonna
I'm
be my
loving it.
nightmare
I'm
tonight.
ending this joke here. I'm loving
Thank
it.
you.
No one's yes
Drew.
ending Mr. Matthews
Hey,
tonight.
Drew.
No one's yes ending Mr. Matthews tonight. This is the
You're right.
shittest comedy podcast I've ever.
That is entirely correct. So we've been talking a lot about the economy tonight.
Yes.
We've been talking about a lot about libertarianism, which is very which is basically, capitalism to its farthest extent.
Basically, but also
Right.
on a social libertarianism literally is.
Yeah, we don't care.
It's
anyway,
like the expansion.
so-
It's the expansion pack to capitalism.
Also, it's gotten such a bad rap. Also, I can't get started. Continue.
all right. Well, we literally brought you on here to make fun of libertarianism. So, I actually
This is great.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually respect to you guys. I like.
Thanks.
Yeah,
honestly,
honestly, respect to you guys.
Honestly, I'm nowhere near as hardcore about it as I used to be. I mean, I consider myself a bit of an apathist nowadays. Anyways, and it's like I don't care. This is all stupid. Just government and politics in general. I hate it.
America. So, Drew,
Yeah.
what would you say is the worst substitute for money?
I'd say filler. I'd say filler episodes of Naruto.
What?
I'd say filler episodes of Naruto.
Why?
Because there are so many. There are so many that it means absolutely nothing, and inflation would be insane.
Oh,
So it would
that's true.
become like the franc in World War II. Or no,
Yes.
but no.
Yeah.
No.
No.
What was the Germans' currency after World War II? That they literally use as wallpaper.
Yeah, it was after World War One, but yeah,
What was
Yes,
it? Was it
sorry.
Reichmarks or?
Yeah.
I think it might have been Reichmarks.
German money.
Sure.
German
Whatever
money.
it was at the time.
Anyways,
history.
yeah. There's so many episodes of Naruto that
Hence why I will never watch that show.
yeah, one episode would be equivalent to like half a penny. So,
How
Wow.
would you exactly exchange episodes?
I think
But wait, let's look at a graph of supply and demand here.
yeah, supply.
Yeah.
You got to look at the availability of Naruto episodes to the 350 million people that we have in America.
Yes.
Or if you're looking whole world, 7.5 billion now.
Yeah.
Who boy?
So there's like 400 episodes per person.
So these are actually going to be pretty expensive.
No,
That's true,
Well, we're talking about. Also, we have to talk about quality here, which, like, don't get me wrong, I love Naruto, but it's a terrible, terrible show, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's my favorite show. I hate it. I hate Naruto, and I would hang out with
you are
him
Naruto
at the drop
and
of a hat.
I am
Everyone
Dragon
has
Ball
their guilty
Z.
pleasure.
Yes. So
I hate it so much. It's just the
Naruto,
worst show. I love
Dude,
it.
I rewatched season 1 of 2 in Yu-Gi-Oh! My junior year of college, okay? We all have our guilty pleasure.
Naruto is the worst show, and it would be a terrible form of currency because it would be worth absolutely nothing. I think the way we'd make this work is that, like, we'd be like, okay, so we're leading up to, we're leading up to the new series, so I want to get you caught up. I'll explain to you this filler episode. That way you don't even have to, you just don't even have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with the 2 seconds that are actual new content from it.
Does that mean that the richest people in this world just have an encyclopedic knowledge of Naruto?
Yes, I'm basically okay. You caught me. I'm just trying to build a perfect world for me. I'm trying to build a world in which I am at the top.
I mean,
that's the only world it will
as
ever
if I'm
be.
not already.
Can anybody blame anybody else for trying to do that, though? Let's be honest. Come on.
Okay, Ayn Rand.
There it is.
So yeah,
I got one for you.
Yeah.
I got a worst one.
Okay.
If yours doesn't pan out or whatever, we can substitute mine in.
Yeah.
As a terrible substitute.
Yeah.
So the worst substitute for money, personal fire mixtapes. Here's what I mean by this.
I hate that so much.
So every person makes their own mixtape.
Well, this is already true.
Well, every person outside of the Nashville circle makes their own mixtape.
No, this is already
and
true.
Gives it.
Everyone just does this.
What world am I in?
Name me one person who doesn't have a mixtape.
David Roth.
Please. He has a podcast.
Dude, everyone
He's got a
has straight
mixtape.
fire. Everyone has straight fire.
It just takes some sampling and a drum beat. It takes some sampling and using that brand new Native Instruments Cole-Thannisch sniff box pack.
Yes.
This is actually really difficult.
I believe you.
I'm gonna practice.
So yes, this is already true. But you're saying,
But yeah, so this is already true. Fine. But I still feel like you could build up a terrible economy around it. Like, quality ones are worth more.
Well, that's the goal. Build a terrible economy.
Exactly. High quality worth more. Low quality worth less. Remixes, not much. But like in 10 years, terrible
but
ones worth great.
Okay,
Yeah.
back on the remixes though. Sieb's remix of Coldplay's and Coldplay and Beyonce's "Him for the Weekend," incredible remix. So like that, honestly, that should be worth a lot.
Okay.
I haven't heard that.
That should be
What?
worth a lot. Well, have you really? It's like the only one they play on the radio, I think.
I don't listen to the radio.
Feeling drunk and
I don't listen to the radio. I just listen to Sia 1000 Forms of Fear on repeat. It's the only album I own, and it's the only one I want to own. It's the only album I care about. It's the only one that's good, and it's the only one that matters.
And suddenly, Cole's understanding for who Drew Swisher is as a person was expounded infinitely.
Man, I've been living with him for so long. I still don't get him.
Just listen to that record, and apparently you will.
Yeah. I don't want to take the time to listen to the 1,000 times it's going to take me for me to actually understand you out of that record. Anyway, Cole, what would you say is the best?
Yo, straight up,
Best substitute for money?
non-committal cuddling.
Yes.
Ooh, like that guy that
Yeah.
whose job
Straight
is...
yes. No, he charges like $80 an hour to cuddle with people.
Which
I'm like,
sounds
well,
like-
okay, in this scenario, money wouldn't be a thing, but
It's like the most
hey.
fulfilling...
imagine like imagine like a farmer. He's like, hey, I'm trying to sell my milk. And someone's like, hey, I want to buy your milk. He's like, what do you have? I'm like, me from the perspective.
Fluff.
I got a soft body and a passionate heart.
I'm an expert at what people call alternate touch therapy. That's literally what they called in that video. He's just like, I don't know, cuddle with you. It's like, sure. Not gonna be weird at all. He's like, nah, dude, it's just cuddling. It's fine. Completely non-committal. And the farmer's like, you got yourself a couple gallons. Okay. And this
No
is
strings attached cuddling.
Right? It takes it back to like a straight barter system. But there's gonna be more oxytocin, more endorphins running in everyone's head because everyone's gonna be cuddling
true.
anytime they go to the store.
Okay, so question for you.
Happier nation, happier world.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Is the worth of the cuddle equitable to the length of the cuddle or
See,
the
that's
quality
hard.
of the cuddle?
See, that's
a
hard.
little bit of
Honestly, you
both.
know what it's like? You know what it's like? This is how this is how capitalism works. You let the market decide.
Oh, God.
How good am I at cuddling?
That's
How good are you
such
at cuddling?
A cop-out answer.
But it's totally true. Or it's how it's supposed to work.
What if, but like, Okay, so
But, like, you
so
could
what
go-
What if like
because there's quality and
Drew
quantity.
thinks you're a great quality cuddler, but I don't think
Which
you're
I
a great
do.
quality
It's like
cuddler.
it's-
What the
but no,
hell?
but like okay, you could like advertise yourself. I am a great big spoon, or I am a great little spoon.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah.
what are you looking for? And I could try and get 8 loaves of bread to be the big spoon, or if I really want someone to cuddle, I'm trying to think how this would work. Hold on.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What if I wanted to buy a plane?
If you want to, dude.
All right, clear out your schedule for the next month.
I think I just broke Cole.
Clear out
Dude.
your schedule for the next month because you got a lot of work to do.
Dude, you would be like in the same person's bed for weeks. Mm-hmm. And again, completely non-committal, not weird, nothing
Yeah.
else happening, just cuddle, so it's fine. But like, you got like, is that
gonna be
real?
busy.
Is that amount of time worth having a plane?
You want to buy a plane. So someone needs... Okay, so you need to cuddle someone for a very long time to purchase their plane. That
Yes.
person needs to cuddle an entire factory that is building
You're
the
right.
plane.
Yeah. No, how are you gonna? Yeah, you got
The head of the factory needs to cuddle all of the people who are building all of the different parts of the plane. Like,
Wow, your workers must really love you.
yeah,
Okay.
and then that person has to cuddle whoever is supplying the screws.
But
That person has to
here's
cuddle.
a real question. Real question. How do you equate the value of a cuddle to a mixtape?
Ooh.
This would be one complex economy.
I like this idea of like America is based on cuddles and like the UK is based on mixtapes, and so there has to be some kind of like currency.
When
formed
some
by
international
Yeah.
exchange, our president will come cuddle the queen.
the Queen will give in
To
return
get 40 mixtapes.
40 mixtapes,
40 mixtapes
40
for
of
the
most
American people to
fire
enjoy.
Mixtapes.
Oh my God!
Here's another
Could
question
you
for you.
imagine the mess of the United Nations would be? Their meetings would just, dude, mattresses everywhere.
Mattresses everywhere
Like,
and recording studios.
Listen, Russia, get your troops out of Syria. I will cuddle with you for as long as it takes. That's literally what will happen.
Okay, question for you.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Okay.
Question for you.
How hot of
For
a beat
you.
will it take to save the world?
How would taxes work?
Dude, see,
Taxes exist. Taxes happen in this world.
taxation is theft.
Taxes happen in this world.
Oh wow. Taxes on cuddles.
You send
The cuddle sales
I've
tax.
got it. You send very affirming words to the IRS, like just lots of things that are just kind of like, I really appreciate your work, and it's like a mental cuddle. It's like you kind of
it's emotional support.
yes.
There you go. The
Oh,
tax
so
on
that
cuddling
sounds
is
like-
emotional support.
Okay, well, so that actually sounds like another best form of like substitute for money might just be pats on the back or encouragement. So like you go and be like, can I buy your plane? And you're just like, I don't know, what do you got? You're just like, I think that you have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen.
Okay, you know what I think is the worst trade possible. Okay, you know how venues will be like, I want you to play this game, but we're not going to pay you. But it'll be really great exposure, right? Be like, okay, here's my mixtape. That'd be like the equivalent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I do need to throw in real quick because I just thought of this, and it's very true. I think that right behind Naruto,
Words.
Naruto, the worst substitute for money would be Facebook event invites. Because I can't reiterate enough
we all
that I
get
really
so many.
There are so many, and I can't reiterate enough. I hate this platform. I think it's terrible. The less I use it,
I love
the
you,
better
Mark
I feel.
Zuckerberg. There you go.
I love it.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
Cole.
going to ask a question.
Yeah, I
Unless
heard
you
that
wanna
you
ask
got a question.
Yeah, I got a question.
Hit me.
Since we're all nerds here, question for you, Dylan.
Okay.
What person would be the best DM possible for a game of Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, that's a great question.
Right?
That's a really good question.
So many options. The best person.
Ooh. Hold on, give me a sec.
Doesn't matter what edition.
J.K. Rowling. That's not even a funny.
She would
That's
be
not
good.
even a
That's
funny
ju- no,
answer.
that's
That's
just
just a
completely
good
real.
answer.
She's
J.K.
just doing
Rowling
a
would be
good
an
job.
amazing DM. J.K. Rowling would create not only just like a great universe for you to live
Great
in, as far as
story,
like just
great
like
characters.
the country and whatnot, but like would recreate the physics of the world around her whim, and then around that would create a compelling story for you to live in. That's like, hey guys, friendship is the best thing you could possibly
story
have.
writing
the whole
and
time.
world building, she'd be the best. The absolute best.
Also, like, She just has a very soothing voice. I would just really appreciate her being a DM. That being said, part of being a DM, which for people who don't play Dungeons and Dragons is Dungeon Master. It's the person who comes up with the game.
God,
Probably should have said that first.
I prefer no. When you say Dungeon Master, people jump to so many different conclusions. I like
Yes.
Pathfinder version. Game Master.
Game Master, sure.
you go.
It's the Game Master, yeah. Person who comes up with the whole universe for you.
There you go. It's a lot
and
better.
runs the game and whatnot.
Yeah.
Part of being the Game Master, sure, is that you have to come up with voices
Exactly.
for all of the characters that you come up with, all
Exactly.
the non-player, the NPCs, the non-playable
NPCs,
characters.
Yes.
Oh man, J.K. Rowling voices would be amazing.
So many.
I would love to hear her do like any kind of man voice, any kind of like sweet British man voice.
Sweet British man voice. Wow. And that's the name of Dylan's first mixtape that he's going to supply the market with.
Yeah, sweet British man voice.
I just had an
EP.
idea.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh my God. What's his name? I just had the idea for the best.
Sure,
Like rival J.K. Rowling.
sure.
Andy Serkis.
Oh, man, you're right.
Yeah.
That'd
was
be
a
Green
terrifying.
Leader Snoke.
That'd be terrifying.
He has done a lot of things.
Right?
Yeah.
Or Benedict Cumberbatch as Smog.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Butterfly Cumberbund. He's trying to open up all kinds of different
heard that
markets. So
one.
yeah, that's my favorite game to play. Is just a new name for Banjo,
He's trying so hard.
Banjo Man
Banjo Cumberbooty.
Cowlick,
Cumber Booty?
Cumberbooty.
Banjo Man.
What does that mean?
Banjo
Cowlick,
Man
son.
Cumberbooty.
So
I can dig it.
Anyway, so Cole, what would you say is the worst? The worst person. The worst person to
By
like,
far the worst
DM.
DM would be. Honestly, I think it's a tie.
Okay, sure.
okay.
That can't happen in our universe, but sure, why not?
Fine.
Although it happens all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Ayn Rand.
Oh God.
As much as I love reading her stuff, it'd be horrendous. You could not be any magic class. You couldn't do anything cool.
She'd
She'd
be
be
like-
like, what could actually happen in real life?
You are human.
And then she'd
You're like, I want to be an orc.
You'd think
You are
about
human.
You are human.
She'd be like, they
There's-
thought
no
about
gods, so I can't be a cleric. No gods, no gods. Can I be a
a
elven
noble?
prince? No kings. Can I be a nobleman? No. You can be businessmen. You run merchant shop selling brooms, quarterstaffs, and swords. That is your career in my game.
And also, it had like, there's no quest. It's just you running that shop every
The
day.
entire
Yeah.
time, and occasionally you get robbed, and she, as ruthless as she are, and she's like, "Wait, you don't kill him. One of the few legitimate uses of government is criminal justice. Guards,
don't kill him. That would be irrational.
don't kill him. You put yourself in a much bigger problem."
I think one of the other things there is that she wouldn't, when it comes to rolling dice, which for people who don't play Dungeons and Dragons, this is how
roll a lot
you
of dice.
solve issues and do checks.
And dice with
skill checks.
strange shapes. There's 10-sided die, 4-sided
Yeah.
die, 20-sided die.
All kinds of different dice. You roll dice to see how well you did in the thing. So, if you roll high, you did good. She wouldn't, when it comes to rolling the dice, she wouldn't do it
She
based
wouldn't
on
accept
luck.
it.
It
She
would
would not
just be
accept the
based
roll.
on determination. So if you were rolling a skill check against her, she'd just keep rolling until
Keep
she
rolling
got the,
against you.
until she got the
And
highest
she's like,
possible one.
"You jump for the cliff." Click. Roll again. Roll again. Roll again. Roll. Keep rolling.
rolling.
You fall. I try to try and kill the orc with my sword. No orcs, only men. Okay, I try and kill the big-looking guy with huge teeth and a big ponytail. He's not an orc. Okay, try and hit him with my sword. Roll. Natural 20.
She flips it over and she's like,
He reaches across the table for your die, flips it. Critical fail, you die. You plunge sword into self. Oh my god. Yeah, she might beat my tie. My tie was for only really one reason, George R.R. Martin.
Ooh,
because he
why?
would kill every player.
Oh, he would.
He would
be
kill
so hard.
everyone and the NPCs. Like you get to like level 5 and then everyone dies and you have to make a new character. It's like, why can't I actually progress here? Mm-hmm. He wouldn't want you to. And there's going to be a horrendous wedding.
Oh, every level is going to end with some horrible wedding.
Yeah, you're just continually making new characters instead of getting anywhere with
Living
your
in the
existing
same
ones.
universe.
I think that the worst DM would be Martin Shkreli.
Oh no!
Because
Why?
Because the economy in the game would just be like totally goofed up.
Imagine
like,
the price of health potions.
Yeah, you've been saving up for this special sword, and like every time you finish an arc, you go back to the same tavern. You're like, finally, I've saved up like 3,000 gold pieces. I'm ready to buy this sword, and it's just like, oh. Looks like it's 6,000.
I was like, what? It was 2,700 when I was level 3. He's like, I bought all the other sword shops and I control the means of production. Sorry.
This is how it is. This is just how it is now.
I'm literally the only one who can provide this.
Yeah, and then you save up the entire way to like the next 6,000. The next 6,000, you walk in and just like,
Bummer.
it's 6,00005 pieces.
Bummer,
I
dude.
do have 6 seconds of a mixtape that, if you want to listen to, you
He's
can.
like, can I cuddle with you? Please, anything.
He could use a cuddle.
Man, that guy
I will
could
show
use
you
some cuddles.
several moments. For that amount of gold, I will show you several moments of the Wu-Tang album. But
There you go.
Ooh,
Just straight.
that's all I can.
I just
Flyest
realized.
mixtape
Yeah, I
ever.
just realized. Yeah, in a mixtape economy, Martin Shkreli, who owns
He
the
would
only
nail it.
copy of that Wu-Tang album that they only put out one copy of, would be the richest man in the world.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. Wait, did they record that whole record on analog on tape? Did they?
No.
Because if not, it's got to be on a hard drive somewhere.
I think there's only one copy.
Are you serious?
I
And
think
they like
there's only one
delete everything
copy.
when
I
there's a
think so.
finished product? Who save your backups? Who does that?
Well, they did that because they wanted it to be like an art thing. They like took it from art museum to art museum to art museum and had showings. Then
As Ayn
finally
Rand
they
would
sold
say,
it.
I just don't think it's very rational.
Hey man, they sold it to him for like $6 million. So
I mean, hey,
you know, I got
if you
something.
got
on
it, flaunt it. If you got the means to do what you want, do it.
I love it.
All right.
D&D.
Hey,
I think
guys.
that might wrap it up. for
Yeah,
us.
I think it's about
Yes.
it. This has been
Look at that.
worst thing ever. You can find us on Facebook, even though we hate it.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Twitter, even
Don't
though
include yourself. You cannot
Cole
talk.
hates
For,
it.
you
Twitter-
cannot talk for more than one person.
Twitter,
Only
even
yourself.
though Cole hates it.
Yeah.
At
Sorry.
worst. What is it? Worst
at
pod ever?
worst pod ever.
Yeah.
And we're also on Snapchat. We do a bunch of snaps.
You
They're
do.
funny.
Oh,
If
that's
you have
awesome.
a question for us, hit us up on Twitter with hashtag WTEPod
That's
or
WTE pod.
Not
send us an
WTF.
email at worstingeverpodcast@gmail.com. If you get on, we will shout you out. We'll also put you on our wall of buddies, which is a fun new thing on our website.
Do I get to go there?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, you're gonna be on there.
Yay!
You're gonna be on our wall of buddies, and basically we'll just put your name, your Twitter handle, and the question you asked up on
Forever.
there. Forever
And then
immortalized.
also, and this is actually the big thing, and we're still not releasing what's going on with it, but if we use one of your questions, you're gonna get a little something in the mail. It's a secret. Cole, you're gonna get one because you asked a question.
Is it the button with his face and Gogurt? Is that it?
Cole?
You weren't supposed to.
Oh God, I'm
You're
sorry.
not supposed to give it away.
Oh,
Cole, where
gonna-
can the good people find you?
I'm not gonna be on the buddy wall anymore. Where can the good people find me? Facebook, as you know, by Hunter Nickolas Farmer-Thannisch, not just Cole Thannisch. Also, if you care about my singing stuff, Cole Thannisch Musician on Facebook, at Twitter at Cole T Music, Instagram at Cole Thannisch Music. I love Instagram. If you follow me, I will follow back. I don't use any of those bots, so it's like it's actually me. That's kind of fun. SoundCloud, I got music on iTunes and Spotify, and
You're just everywhere.
I'm just trying to get my feet into as many doors as possible. So
So, guys, I gotta ask this question. Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being definitely understood it, 10 being absolutely would never understand it. How much will David Roth be confused at with this episode?
8.
I'm gonna give this a solid 8.5.
wait, how much will he not? So higher he won't
So
understand.
how
10
confused
10
would-
is he will never understand it. This is basically like our reference level. How many references did we do in this episode?
Yeah, I'm feeling about
How
an 8.
confused will my
I'm feeling
father
about
be?
an 8.
I'm gonna
Wait,
give it a
how old is
solid
your
8.
father?
He is 59.
I'm thinking my dad, who's I'm not gonna say his age. He'll hate me. If he ever even listens to this, God, if I know. For him, it'd probably be like
Wow,
a 7.5.
7.5.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably my dad's 7.5, and he's more into like the nerdy stuff. Like he knows what D&D is because he saw me play it at our house all the time. So maybe, yeah, 8.5.
Okay, cool.
Solid. All right. This has been Worst Thing Ever with Dylan and Drew.
Yeah, man. I am your best friend, Dylan.
Worst friend Drew.
And we got
I'm
Cole.
just Cole.
We love it.
I'll be whatever
Just
kind of
Google
friend you
it.
want me to be. Non-committal cuddling.
Boom. Just Google it.